I don't think you know this. Nobody knows this.
Huh.
I sold 10% of my company last October of my YouTube channel.
Really?
Yeah. Because at that time, it was making like $10,000 a month. I was starting to do it full time, and then I got just very anxious and nervous. Anxious and nervous. Sold 10% to another YouTuber, a YouTuber you've met, by the way, but you guys never talked about it.
Wow.
So he just said, he sees big potential in the channel. He wants to give me a lot of advice, and I did get a lot of advice from him. So it wasn't like completely unworth it, but obviously the return on investment has been fantastic. But this is where you'll be happy. I put a clause in there. One that was risky against me and one that helped me avoid risk. If the channel continued to do well, I sold 10% for $25,000 at that time. Again, it was just an anxiety move. It was just a bad move.
I noticed a theme here of impulsive decisions. Was that an impulsive decision?
I would say that was more anxiety driven. Like, okay, I'm doing this full time now. Like, I was nervous. Like, what if things turned down? Like this, it's nice to have $25,000 just in the business. But either way, it was a bad move, full out.
Yeah.
I made it that, okay, if the business is successful and he's made a certain amount on his business within the first year, I can buy it back at $25,000. So I can buy it this month at $25,000 instead of whatever that share is worth. That share is worth a lot more.
Obviously, you're doing that.
Yeah. Or if the business was unsuccessful, he could take the $25,000 back out of the business. So that would have been the risk against me.
So he was able to collect on his investment.
He's been getting 10% of the profits on a monthly basis.
Wow.
Yeah, he's had a great return on investment. And, nothing against that. It was 100% agreed upon. He did help me a lot, especially at the beginning, understanding thumbnails and, just a lot of stuff and just the work around YouTube and what should be, who I should hire first for a full-time employee, a lot of that stuff. Because I didn't have connections to you or anyone at that time. He was the only one who was in the space that I had connection to. So
congratulations.
Yeah.
Then that worked out. Really well.
Well, it worked out.
Yeah.
Obviously, I lost money on it, but it happened.
But if you needed that to get to where you are today, you could look back at that and say, that got me in the right headspace to be able to do the show at its best. And I parlayed that into where it is today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, investing, I assume you would want more than 50%.
Yeah. So how much is this going to be going down, this 70, once you buy that back? Is this going to be going down?
A good amount. Let's see. Miscellaneous in here. So miscellaneous. Well, this is also things like Adobe Acrobat, which we use to black out people's statements. So you can see a lot of those there. And then there's a lot of the payroll as well. So I do want to make sure that the people who work with me and anyone that comes on in the future, they are, making good money. If I make good money, I want them to make good money.
And if you're not doing well, then
they're not going to do as well.
Okay. So is it a tiered structure?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of it's based on channel performance.
I think as long as you keep it as a core team, don't overexpand and, maintain that and continue that trajectory, I think you'll be fine on that.
Yeah. But producer and editor, for what we're doing on this show, I think it's good. Then we have someone that helps on a part-time basis, just going through the statements, blacking them out and building these spreadsheets for us because it's just a lot of time. But then again, that's a part-time basis. And then I have, as of the last 2 months, put my thumbnails in someone's hand who is like focused purely on the algorithm.
I've noticed your thumbnails are switching up a little bit. What you should try is the YouTube thumbnail trial tester. Have you seen that?
I've seen people doing it. I couldn't find it in my thing.
They're slowly rolling it out.
No, I
try
don't
a few different thumbnails.
Yet.
I think you need a cleaner thumbnail, but I'm not sure because what you're doing is working quite well. But I think maybe something a little cleaner might do even better. I'm not sure though.
Yes, I agree. I would love to see examples because I just have a hard time picturing it for whatever reason.
Yeah, I would like seeing you saving a little bit more and investing because I think that you got usually YouTube is like a 5 to 7 year career, assuming it does really well.
5 to 7? Oh, assuming well.
Yeah. The best channels I've seen,
2, 3.
No, the best channels have a lifespan 5 to 7. Very few crack 10. So I think if you
how long have you been doing it?
Be 7.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I knew getting. Oh yeah, I already know. It's like YouTube is going to have an end at some point, so that's why I've transitioned a lot more into the podcast.
Oh,
I'm posting less on the main channel, more on the podcast, quality on the podcast, getting different guests on there.
We got to film that.
I think, yeah,
wow,
yeah, we're gonna film that.
We got to film that. We've been going for a long time there.
So
Graham.
I'm hoping that kind of resets the timeline, so I could be like, okay, I got 7 years over here, but only 3 on here.
No.
So I'm hoping 3 on here, and now I get another few years going
Well, it's
on
a
the
good
podcast. I think
podcast. I mean, I watch a lot of them. I mean, some of them really pop off.
dude,
so
we're on
it's
a roll.
clear. Yeah.
We're on a roll.
You've been getting great guests.
Yeah, I
recently.
think the guest selection is good, and mixing that with shorts has skyrocketed our growth.
And today you're getting the best guest on YouTube.
I know.
What a blessing for you.
And you're going to be
Oh
coming
my
off
goodness.
of Bobby Lee, Ben Shapiro.
You had Bobby Lee.
Yeah, we had Bobby Lee.
Oh, wow.
Patrick
That's really
Bet-David.
cool.
So
Was
we
Bobby-
got those people, and we got Caleb Hammer.
Was Bobby Lee all Bobby lead?
Yeah.
In the episode?
Oh, yeah.
She
Caught
was
us
full
off guard.
Bobby
We'll
Lee.
talk about it on the Iced Coffee Hour, but it was one of the most unexpected videos I've ever done. I came in with a plan, and he wanted none of it. Nothing.
Wait. Never mind. I don't know who Bobby Lee is.
You don't know Bobby?
I
comedian.
thought Bobby Lee was the new podcaster girl that everyone's calling
Bobby Altoff.
Is that the industry plant that everyone's calling her one?
With Drake.
Yeah. Never mind. I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Bobby Lee, the comedian. Bobby Lee.
I need faces. I'm not a name person. I don't do names.
This guy. You've seen him. Guarantee you've seen him.
Oh, I watched that
Bobby
episode.
Lee.
That was a
Yes,
great episode.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, we came in with a plan about finances, about money, and just immediately, he just said, I'm not going to talk about that.
I think that's my favorite episode you guys did. That or Liver King. One of those.
Liver King.
That was a great episode.
Wow, you
So
like
fun.
that.
It was
Okay.
just very
Different.
interesting
Yeah.
and different. Yeah, it was very cool.
I think people like seeing the different guests and me outside of my comfort zone, which is a lot more recently.
I assume they didn't really get the views, which is why you stopped. But I really enjoyed the ones where it was you, Graham, and Alex. You, Graham, and Alex. You, Jack, and Alex.
Yeah, we try to have a new guest on every week. We've thrown those in midweeks.
Yeah.
But it's just the core audience really likes it, but
Of course.
doesn't.
It doesn't get to the
does
broad.
nothing for growth. And when you post that off an episode of like, you get someone like Ben Shapiro and then us three.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone that subscribes for that looks at the next one. They're like, this is not what I subscribed
You're
for.
right.
Click off, unsubscribe, and then you don't build up that momentum.
Yeah.
So it kind of throws a wrench in it.